Good morning. Happy Thursday, is it? Yeah, Thursday morning. It's an early start here. It's a chilly start. I almost feel as cold as the snowman. But I'm up here in Beaver Creek and we have an awesome show for you. We have the Talent Challenge coming up this weekend. So we're going to be chatting about that. And there's a lot of different entertainment even happening tonight at the Villar throughout the weekend. So lots to chat about. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson here in our studios at Grand Hyatt Vail, just west of Lionshead. We just saw Meredith coming live from Beaver Creek Village this morning. We're going to be with you for about the next hour to give you some details on how you can start your day, what you can do this evening, this weekend, later on this season, and even this summer. We've had a lot of concerts announcements last week and this week, so we're going to give you as much as we can in this next hour. If you want to chat with us or let us know where you're tuning in from, you can do so by a couple of different platforms, Facebook and YouTube. We are on those live during 7:30 to 8:30 Mountain Standard Time. Then you can watch the show actually any time of day. A lot of people will put their headphones in, walk the dog, maybe have it on when they're on the treadmill, but you can multitask and still stay up to date on what is happening here in the Vail Valley. But the big news today is yesterday's weather and snowstorm. So we did get some new snow in the last 24 hours, 6 inches at Vail, 4 over at Beaver Creek. Were you out and about when some of those squalls were rolling through? I was. I was trying to get some errands done in Riverwalk, and man, it was just blowing through there like crazy. A couple of the stores I was trying to go to, they even closed early just because of the storm and everything that was rolling through. Now, it was blustery. It was windy during the day. So you might see some areas maybe a little wind blown, and maybe some have been wind loaded, which means a lot of the snow gets blown into that area. So even though we might say 6 inches, it won't be an even 6 inches over Vail Mountain. It'll be, a little pockets here and there, but get out there and enjoy it. It is chilly this morning, so please bundle up if you're going to be out and about. Now, so for today, we could see a little bit more snow. This weather brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. And we see some breezy conditions once again. Winds could gust to about 3 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation, which is mainly going to occur between 3 and 4 p.m., is about 60%, but not a lot of snow accumulation with this. And then a little bit more snow tonight, about a 60% chance of showers this evening. And then for your Friday, we'll see some snow showers, mainly before 12 noon, those winds sticking with us. So on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 44 degrees. So once we get through these kind of chilly temperatures, we'll only have a daytime high today in the low 20s, tomorrow in the upper 20s. And then, wow, look at Saturday. It's going to feel like springtime out there. So good news for the Talents Challenge. Sunday, we'll see a high right around the mid-30s, and we'll see just a slight chance of snow throughout the afternoon, mainly afternoon. So get that Talents Challenge done before that snow comes in on Sunday afternoon. Here's what we're talking about with these kind of accumulations in the next couple of days. Not much to mention, not even anything measurable, probably on Vail. Maybe by Friday, 3 inches at the Beeve, 2 over at Vail, and then we'll see a little break in that action, and then a couple inches, and then by Wednesday, that is when we could see more accumulation. Half a foot for Wednesday at the Beeve, 4 inches over at Vail. So that's a quick look at your weather so you can plan your day. But once again, it's chilly this morning. 8:30 is when the lifts open. You're going to want to bundle up. But let's bring in Meredith and talk about bundling up because she is all ready to go. I love that little ice sculpture behind her. Now she's got, you've got the reflections. This is a cool place to take a photo and hang out. Good morning.
Definitely. Yeah, there's Good morning. Yes, there's so much cool art all around Beaver Creek, whether it's ice sculptures or stainless steel sculptures. These are really cool. They're, in the shape of skis, and you're right, really good place to take some photos. And then just above me, I don't know, maybe you can even see it peeking through
Oh
the
yeah.
skis, is the snow globe.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
this is really nice. And then we have classic flags that when you drive up Beaver Creek, you see the flags, and then we have them right here as well. So quintessential Beaver Creek backdrops that I thought to show off this morning. But it is a little chilly start. I have my hand warmers in, which really
Okay. Good.
helps. And I'm wearing a shell right now. I wanted to rock the Helly Hansen for the Talents Challenge because we're going to be talking a lot about that today. But sometimes I'll get a little bit chilly in the shell jackets.
Yeah.
The down jackets are really nice on cold days like today where we're starting out single digits. But I do have a nice puffy on underneath. That's the outlets that Silverthorne,
Oh
speaking
yeah.
of them, gave us. So it's always nice to put on a nice puffy under a shell like this, layer up. It's all about the layers because you always can, unzip or even shed a layer if you have a backpack if you don't warm up later in the day. So that is my best advice for these cold mornings.
Yeah, perfect. And you know what? If you are going to be doing the Talents Challenge this weekend, you definitely want to make sure you're kind of dressing for the activity. I always say consider your terrain that you're going to go out on and consider your company. If you have people that are lower level and maybe you're doing a lot of cruisers, maybe green runs, bundle up because you might be standing around a lot kind of waiting. Now, if you're going to be doing bumps, you're going to want to be able to regulate that body temperature and not get overheated and wish that, oh, I wish I didn't wear this big layer. So just think about that. You might be a little cold when you start, but once you start going, you're going to really, it's going to be, you're gonna be good to go. And Helly Hansen, I think they're giving away a backpack with your registration for Talents Challenge, and these are great backpacks. Helly Hansen's been around for I think 100 years plus, out of Norway. Such a great company. They're kind of synonymous with cold weather and everything that goes with it. So they know they got all the bells and whistles. They've done some product testing. They know how to keep you comfortable and warm and dry out there on the slopes.
Definitely. I think they even make the employee jackets. I'm
Yeah.
actually just going to look right now. I think they're the maker of, all of the Vail
Yeah.
Resorts outfit wear.
Uniforms.
Isn't that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely are. There's a couple people behind you going up the escalator. He's got the Helly Hansen on there right now, wearing the red coat. But it looks like there's kind of a lot of the employees getting ready to go up and everything. And yeah, so Meredith, were you out there yesterday? I know that your mom's in town and you've been able to hit the slopes a little bit. It was quite windy yesterday.
Yes, just saw it from my window. I could hear, the wind howling, and then we did get that, Amber Alert sounding alert to our phones
Yeah,
that a
totally.
squall is happening. So I was actually indoors at a rehearsal. I was working yesterday, but yes, my mom was in town. She was skiing with some friends and said the conditions were really great, actually, even though it was a little bit of low visibility and a bit windy. They had really nice snow. We really have been needing some extra snow. And a couple days ago, the temperatures were, did warm up and actually did soften the snow a bit too. So
Yeah.
with those 6 new inches today, I'm sure conditions will be great. I'm trying to get up on the hill for a couple turns today. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
And you know what? We have passed the 250 mark at Vail for season to date snow totals. We're now at 254. We have a 70-inch base, 4 inches in the last 24 hours, and then a half a foot, 6 inches over at the Beeve. And they are at 41 as their mid mountain base, and then 234 is their season to date total. So every little bit helps because when we're going back into that Talents Challenge again, if you can get a little fresh snow on those bumps, even an inch or two can make a difference, making them a little more forgiving. I don't think we're going to get a powder day between now and Saturday or Sunday, but it should be a good time to get out there and enjoy that. But yeah, I think the roads, it wreaked a little havoc on the roads because of that. And, those Amber Alerts, when they come through, wow. I mean, like, you can't ignore it. You're like, okay, whoops. And I was in Riverwalk. I was trying to go to a store, and they'd already closed. And the for the 15 seconds I was outside trying to go to their door, I just got like all pelted with moisture. It was like crazy. But then it rolled out. And Ty Diaz, I wonder if we could pull up his Instagram this morning on the show. He was up at the Beeve yesterday, and he took a video. It looked like it was kind of from the Spruce Saddle area at the top of Centennial Lift, and it was just like people were just kind of like holding on to things because it was a little crazy. And when we do see the winds like that, a lot of times they'll slow down chairlifts or even close chairlifts because it's just not deemed safe to operate them with those kind of windy conditions.
Yeah, and often the back bowls will also get closed in those kind of conditions too. I know yesterday they didn't really go back there. They might have even closed some of the lifts back in the back bowls because the wind and visibility is the first to go in the back bowls.
Yeah.
So they stayed on the front side. And it was looking like it's going to be very different today. I see blue skies. The winds aren't going to be as hefty. But in the forecast yesterday, the gusts were up to 40 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So that is some serious wind.
Yeah, and I think even in the higher elevations, maybe 50 miles per hour. And Meredith, we're not the only ones dealing with this weather. So across the nation, basically from California up to Maine, there, whether it's rain, sleet, or snow, there are problems kind of all over. I think Minnesota, Wisconsin could get up to a foot and a half of snow out of the system. So we like the snow. It's more of a nuisance in other areas that are trying to drive through it and just get their commute to work that don't have ski slopes where they can enjoy this snow. And we want to remind people that, check on your flight information because with the whole nation kind of paralyzed with this storm, it could affect your inbound, outbound flights, connecting flights. So just a good thing to just be aware of that. I know a lot of people were here for the long President's Day weekend, and some schools had either a couple days off or the entire week off. So a lot of people are kind of coming and going this week alone. So it's a big travel week across the nation. So just be prepared in case there's any airport delays. And if you have to stay here an extra day, we're going to let you know what's going on. We've got a lot more to talk about. And Meredith, we're going to let you go. We know we got an interview that you got to run to. And maybe, have you grabbed your coffee today yet? You might need to get a hot drink.
Yep, I think I'm due for one of those later on.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we're going to be right back with your Vail Daily headlines. You're going to want to see the cover photo, everybody, and we'll give you some details on the roads.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Love is in the air at the Atlas at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Whole outfit $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit, $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur. Look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses? Jacket reduced to $65. And the shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court at customer service and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Time now to take a look at what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Thursday, the 23rd of February. And proceed with caution. This is the cover photo I was telling you about. A car ends up in the roundabout after a snow squall Wednesday in Avon. Heavy snow and wind moved through the valley midday, leading to treacherous driving conditions and many accidents on the roadways. So look at that. I mean, if you were out there, you know what this person was experiencing, and it was just so hard to see. So hopefully, this was probably a very slow-moving incident, and no one was hurt. So proceed with caution out there. And you could see some wind today, once again, some blowing and drifting snow. So just be aware of that. But the snow won't really start till later on this afternoon after the slopes close. Headlines for today: trades still in demand. Eagle County construction industry remains busy despite staffing and supply chain challenges, along with inflation scaling down some projects. More on this on page A2. And the Front Country Rangers had a busy 2022. The small crew does a lot of education and cleanup in the forest. So think about the camping, think about dog waste, campfires, human waste, all sorts of things. This crew is busy. Read more about it on page A3. And Mountain Family opens clinic in Chapel Square. Organization aims to expand access to affordable dental, medical, and behavioral health care. So you can learn more about this on page A4 in today's paper. And then Avon opens up community survey for Lazona project. The large public amenities project will include improvements to the recreation center, the old fire station site, and connecting walkways. So learn about how you can get involved with this survey on page A5. And then in arts and entertainment news, well, Our Planet live in concert is tonight. We've been excited about this concert coming to the Vail Performing Arts Center. It's on the American tour right now. And if you love Our Planet, which is a Netflix series, you're going to love this because it takes footage, never seen before footage, from all corners of the world, and it puts it to a musical score by Stephen Price. And we're going to have an interview with Stephen later on in the show, but you can get some details about this. You can see the video. So more on this on page B1. And then at Vail Live and Town Talk, check it out. Find your friends, find your neighbors' dogs. Lots of dog photos in there. In fact, you know what? They're still trying to find Blue. He is the male Bernese mountain dog who was recently rescued, but he went missing in Edwards. And there's been a few sightings of Blue, but they still have not brought him home. So if you find Blue, please give them a call. Call Lisa, and she will be very grateful for you. But other fun things, there's Jewel Chick. She's back in town. We're going to have to get her on the show. She's wearing the rainbow colors. So if you want to be in the paper, hey, that's one way to get you in there. Town Talk at vaildaily.com or hashtag Vail Live and submit your photos. But grab the paper today. Good details in the sports section as well. You have fun ads to let you know what's going on. So it's free in newspaper dispensers from Eastville all the way down to Gypsum, or just go online today, vaildaily.com. We'll give you archive stories, breaking news. You can sign up for e-newsletters and a lot more. Vail Daily, bringing communities together. Now, as far as the roads are concerned, it's quite a different drive this morning than it was yesterday. Yesterday, we were nice and dry. We're rolling through it. Today, we've got some snowpack on the road. The roundabouts are pretty slick as well. And watch those neighborhood streets, the signs, the curves. There was a lot of plow trucks out this morning, whether they were dropping gravel, whether they were moving snow. And we do have the passenger traction law in effect for east and westbound Vail Pass, the approaches to Eisenhower Tunnel, and the commercial vehicles are chaining up as well. I saw a bunch of semis at the Edwards exit. They were just kind of waiting it out, letting the plows get through and everything. So sometimes that's best. Just be careful today. Allow a little extra room to go out there as well on the roads. But is Meredith available, or is she getting ready for an interview? What? Ready for the interview? Okay, all right. We're going to take it out to Meredith. She's going to give us some more details on the Talents Challenge and talk to someone who's actually done it. Here's more.
Hey there, we're up here in Beaver Creek gearing up for the Talents Challenge this weekend, and we thought to bring on a veteran of this challenge. And he, this is your background, your backyard, Hill. So you come here all the time.
Yep.
This is Ross Leonhardt, and he works for the Vail Valley Foundation. So, on the lunch breaks, I know you take a few breaks and come, snowboard. And I love that you're a snowboarder and you've done the Talents Challenge, because it is for riders, it is for skiers.
It is.
And it is a challenge.
Yeah, and what's cool about being a snowboarder on moguls is it's really practice for days like today when we have all this powder. Your legs are a little bit stronger, so when you're ready to go in the deep powder, you're ready. So as a boarder, I don't mind doing the moguls and the black diamonds off of Talents Challenge.
So these are 14 runs, 2,200 vertical feet, or no, 26,000 vertical feet. So no joke. So going into it, how did you feel? Were you excited? Were you nervous?
And I come up here all the time. So 26,000 vertical feet is like a Tuesday for me. So it's really just fun. It's about the celebratory atmosphere. There's tons of people out doing it, encouraging other people, stopping in the middle of the run to check on people. Love seeing the little kids out there. The moguls are like over their heads and they're just crushing it. So it's just fun to be out. It's excitement more than scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like to hear that. And then at the end, I'm sure it's a little tiring.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Probably need to sit down and relax, maybe have a beer.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's cool about this year is they're doing, in years past, if you've done it, there's a party at Talents Restaurant right there. But this year they're bringing the party into the village after Talents Challenge. So again, it's about being around people, celebrating, enjoying winter, and taking on the challenge and telling your story afterwards. So be sure to check out the party in the village afterwards.
Definitely. And that is open to everyone. You can call your friends. You have the bragging rights because you did it. But it's always nice to just enjoy Beaver Creek Village.
For sure. Love it here. The ice rink, beautiful shops, and it's just a beautiful place up here at Beaver Creek.
Definitely. Beautiful day we lucked out today. We have some fresh snow. So what is one of your favorite runs that's a part of the Talents Challenge?
So big birds of prey guy. Love the birds of prey lift. Love grouse. Those are probably my two favorite of the three that you hit. Anything on that front side of grouse. I like to say grouse is like where the Grinch lives. It looks like a little hut in the mountains. So, it's just beautiful out there. And then Birds of Prey has a race course on it. So it's always fun and challenging to take on a World Cup downhill course. And that's one of my favorites is the downhill course.
What's your best tip for skiing or riding moguls?
Oh, man. I can't really speak too much on the skiing part of it. Right? You like sit back or something, or I don't know. I think the tip for skiers is to trade your skis in and grab a snowboard before the day starts. Just kidding. No, it's really go at your own pace. Be careful. It's kind of can be difficult. So at your own pace and get down at however fast you want to go and be comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's some good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking 26,000 vertical feet. Have you gone past that number?
Yeah. So since I come out all the time, I like to try to challenge myself. And one day I did 88,000 vertical feet. I did Birds of Prey 37 times in a row and hit Centennial 4 or 5 times that day too. So just love the challenge, love to go and mix it up when you're out here every day. And
wow.
88,000.
Well, we got to get a new challenge named after you.
Well, some skiers came out and did 90K. So they did one more lift, but they were on skis. So we'll see.
The 90K, maybe it's the 100K vertical challenge.
Yeah. You throw some Keystone night skiing in there. And you could do it. No, but Talents Challenge, it's just such a fun day. And in a long winter, it's a day that stands out to go be out with friends and family and enjoy the day and challenge yourself. Yeah.
Hey, Ross, I've got a question. Do you have a particular route? How many times have you done it, and what's your route?
To be honest, I've only done it a handful of times. A lot of times I'd go out and talk to people and then get out of there. But my favorite route is go straight to what you like. So I go straight to birds of prey, and then I go straight to grouse, and then I finish with larkspur. So that's kind of my route when I go out and do it. But again, choose your own route, go at your own pace. And my one tip too, Trish, would be like avoid the roundabouts, right? Like don't get stuck in a roundabout, I think, and you'll be good.
Like the guy on the cover photo today, don't get stuck in the roundabouts. Okay, yeah, awesome.
Right.
Well, and you know what's interesting is just behind you two, we can see Loco, Lupine, and Shooting Star. So that's kind of neat that you can be like, I'm after you, I've got you, challenge. It's just right above your heads.
Kind of one more tip and a new thing this year is they're asking people to track their runs on an app. Mm-hmm. So it's really important that you keep your phone charged and alive. And my tip with that is I use GoPros a lot, and I just throw a hot hand in my pocket with my camera or my phone. My hands get cold, but my equipment stays warm and I can use it. So if you're coming out, if it's a cold day this weekend, throw a hot hand in your pocket with your phone and don't worry about it.
Okay.
Great advice.
Okay, sounds
Ross
good.
has got all the tips. He's a veteran here, so I'm so glad you came on, shared some of the advice, and just the joy for Beaver Creek, because we really love this mountain.
I love it. But you know the one rule about Beaver Creek, right? Trisha, do you know the rule?
Oh, I don't know. Come down at 3:00 to get the cookies? Like, I don't know.
That's a rule.
What's the rule?
No, my rule is about Beaver Creek is you go home and you tell everyone about Vail. That's the rule here.
Okay, shh. It's our little secret. All right, you two. Thank you so much, Ross, for coming on the show today. Ross Leonhardt giving us some tips on what to do with the Talents Challenge, which is this Saturday and Sunday. Now, we did get word that it is sold out, so we're kind of helping the ones that have already signed up get some ideas on how to best tackle this situation. But the after party that Ross was talking about is still going to be going on in the village. So come on down, listen to some music, just maybe ask some of the people that have their new patch and their Helly Hansen backpack what it was like, and maybe that'll inspire you to do it next year. We'll be back with more Vail Valley Live. Stay with us.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. We are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
Right now, we'll let you know about a wonderful performance that's coming to the Villar Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek on February 23rd. It is Our Planet live in concert. And on the show right now, we're going to bring in award-winning composer Stephen Price, who's calling in all the way from across the pond, London. Good afternoon, I guess. It's afternoon over there, right?
Good afternoon, good morning, wherever we are. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, Stephen, thanks so much for taking the time today to join us. And we're so excited to have this production coming to our area, the Vail Valley. This is going to be just quite a hot ticket in town. But let's talk a little bit about, first, I want to get your background. What inspired you to get into composing music?
I think sadly it's the only thing I've ever kind of done. I mean, I when I was a kid, I liked two things. I liked to write stories, and I liked to play music. There were always instruments around the house where I was growing up, and it's kind of what I do now. I just tell stories with music, really. So I think my development stopped very young.
And after you wrote your Emmy-nominated score for the Netflix 2019 documentary series Our Planet, did you ever envision that it was gonna get to be this big and something that was touring on its own? It's almost like it's got a life of its own.
It really is. And when we were recording the show, we would record every month. We'd record at Abbey Road Studios in London. We'd record one of the films. There are 8 films in the series. And I remember on about the second one, just someone saying, God, it'd be good to hear this live one day, wouldn't it, in a room? And I thought, oh, absolutely would. And yeah, never dreamt it would actually happen. But we've worked on it ever since, basically. And so completely excited that it's coming. To America.
Okay, Our Planet Live, you have 18 orchestra members on the stage. Explain to the viewers how this unfolds on stage in a live performance.
Well, really, you're going to get a very unique show. We didn't want to do just here's a load of clips from the TV show. So we went back to the originals. We've made something that's a standalone 2-hour experience, really. And you get shown some of the wonders around the planet. You get shown the glorious sights, the amazing animals, the amazing views that you get in all these different things, the Arctic, the jungle, wherever it may be. And then you get to see how they're all interconnected. But you see kind of how the planet's in a bit of trouble in places as well, and we show you some of that stuff. And you've got a huge screen showing this amazing footage with the musicians in front of you, combined with some of the things I made in my studio, and it all plays together. So David Attenborough talks you through. We have William Shatner hosting the show on screen. So I think that the evening is this experience where you go from the joy of seeing the planet, the sadness of what we're doing to the planet, but then hopefully we send you away with a lot of optimism about some of the things that can be done to make things better and the clever people working on it.
Now, of the 8 episodes, which did you find the most daunting to score? Like, do you watch all the footage first and then be
yeah. I mean, they show me everything. I was lucky on this show to see footage about 2 years before I even had to write for the thing. They were getting, camera crews were sending them footage all around the world, and these camera crews are out there for 4 or 5 years at a time. So incredible amount, and then brilliant people edit it together to make these perfect little stories. And then I sit there and watch them, and they all have their challenges, and they all kind of sound different. The Arctic was full of these big, expansive melodies, where something like the jungle is tiny little creatures sort of doing tiny little movements, and you follow them with the music and tell the stories. So they all have their challenges, and you all kind of love them in different ways. Jungles I always found really challenging because there were so many notes.
Oh yeah,
totally. It's always good fun.
Yeah, and it must be fun to think about, okay, I'm going to use this instrument sound to go with this little creature, or like this instrument sound to go with this big like hippopotamus or something. It's probably endless, the ideas.
Absolutely, and every sequence is kind of a movie on its own. Every day is a totally different day. I'd go to the studio, and today I'm dealing with something that's just feels quite electronic, but the next day I'll be dealing with something which was a solo instrument and very, very intimate and beautiful, and a small little moment between a mother and a child, really. Yeah. So there's so many moments in there that music was really allowed to sail, and we've got all of them in the show.
Well, how has Our Planet changed your perspective on our planet?
I guess I learned a lot through the whole process of it. I mean, the big thing for me is everything is connected. You know, I think it's really easy for us to sit in our homes and think it doesn't matter what happens in the Arctic, or what we do doesn't have an effect on the people in the jungle or whatever, but everything is connected to everything else. And the show really concentrates on that and shows you how everything is interrelated and how we can all make a difference as well. And I think that was one of the biggest things I learned, is that everything we do counts. You know, we're all in it together.
Yeah, and we have the World Wildlife Fund. They're involved with this as well. So tell us about that.
Yeah, well, WWF were always involved in the show from the get-go. So they've been involved. We wanted it to be completely scientifically accurate, this show, so that everything that we say about the state of the world is absolutely researched and the science is proven. And obviously WWF doing an awful lot of work in educating people and in that world, and they're doing an awful lot of work to try and find the solutions. So yeah, we make a donation from every single show to WWF. So anyone who buys a ticket is contributing to the cause and hopefully, you know, helping to find the solutions.
Yeah, perfect. And what do you hope people walk away from after seeing this? You know, this is so wonderful that we have this touring so close to our home right here in Colorado.
I hope that people just have an amazing journey with it. You know, we take you all around the planet. We immerse you in this thing. You've got the huge screen. It's one thing watching a Netflix show on your phone or a TV, but you're going to be in the middle of this, and the lights are all surrounding you. You're going to feel like you're in the jungle. You're going to feel like you're in the Arctic, and you're going to feel some of these amazing stories that we put there. And hopefully, we send you away with some optimism. I think it's really easy to be very depressed about the state of the planet. You know, when the news hits you in lots of ways, but you know, we hopefully show a lot of great things are happening, and there's a lot of hope, and a lot of very clever people doing very brilliant things to try and help us. And I think we can all support and be a part of that.
This would be fun. Have you been to Colorado before?
Never been. Sort of heard wonderful things though. So yeah, very excited that the show's going.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll enjoy. I mean, you've seen some beautiful scenery from around the world, so hopefully you'll still be impressed by the Rocky Mountains.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time today, Stephen. And we can see this show. It is going to be February 23rd at the Vail Performing Arts Center. You can get tickets. There's a special student rate. There's even a 4-pack discounted rate. So go to vailpac.org for more information. Well, Stephen, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
We just had such a wonderful time talking to Stephen Price. He is going to be in town today. Tonight is the concert, 6:30, over at the Vail Performing Arts Center, which is underneath the ice rink at the plaza. So a lot of people ask me, you know, oh, hey, where's the building? We're trying to go to a show at the Vail. You actually go where the ice rink is, go down the escalators, and then you'll see the lobby, the ticket office, and then below that is where most of the seating is. And let's bring in Meredith and talk a little bit about this show and how amazing it's going to be. And Meredith, yeah, you're right there. So you can help us, guide us into this. And Meredith, I know that, you know, you're a filmmaker as well. And when you learn more about Stephen Price composing the music to the footage, and that footage is just so amazing. And they're going to be using all new footage for this. You know, so this is, you know, you've seen the different episodes on Netflix. So, you know, I'm sure they have so much that never made it to those shows. As a, you know, filmmaker yourself, what do you think about this process?
Yeah, well, I can understand when his ears perked about the idea of bringing live music to the screen. And I think that's such a cool concept. I've seen a couple other organizations do that. Even Chris Anthony with his movie, he had a chance to bring his music to life. And I know the Vail and Bravo have collaborated and they've had some orchestras play the music to film, and it just adds a whole different dimension.
Yeah.
Live music is so special. And then when you have some other entertaining element like dancers or a video, a film behind it, it's just so cool, and it makes it, you know, very memorable. So this should be really awesome, and just a great venue for this, where they can have the screen. It's very intimate. So you know, kind of be bouncing around, whether you're going to be watching the musicians right in front of you, and then also seeing the screen behind. So this is just going to be such a cool experience.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's an experience. It's not just a show. It's an experience, and I love it that they've got the student pricing, the children's pricing. Adult tickets start at 45. Student and children start at 30, and they have those, the special 4-pack, so you can save a little money if you're bringing some friends and get a group to go with you. But so that's going to be tonight at 6:30, and then tomorrow night already sold out. So Styx, that popular band from the 70s and 80s, they're going to be taking the stage. There were some standing room only tickets earlier this week. Now those are even sold out. So just really cool to hear some of their classics, Come Sail Away and Mr. Roboto. I think that no wonder this is sold out. It's quite the classic rock band coming to town.
Definitely. Actually, my very first year in show choir back in high school, we did a whole Styx medley.
No
so
way.
we sang their songs like over and over again with all these different melodies. And it was my first choreography that I'd ever done, for outside my house growing up. And so that was Styx is always special because of that reason for me. And we actually went and we performed that whole piece at the, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget the name now, but it's the big theater in Nashville. And I don't want to it's not the Broadmoor.
Ryman?
No, it's the very famous theater, like Dolly Parton's performed there.
The Grand Ole Opry?
The Grand Ole Opry, there it is.
Yeah.
So we performed
Opry, not
music on
opera.
that stage. Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Wow, that's
Super
pretty
cool.
cool that you got to tour and do that in Nashville. That's pretty cool.
And it was all Styx music. So love some of those classic songs. I'm bummed that I didn't get a ticket to that concert, but it's really awesome.
Yeah, so that's going to be at the Vlar tomorrow night. And then, hey, next Tuesday, we're going to wind down the month of February with the Bindlestiff Family Circus. Okay, so this has been around since the mid-90s. They have a lot of fun with this. There's special children pricing for this as well. But this will be on Tuesday night, 6:30, so it starts a little earlier. Get the kids to bed when they're done. But this should be a lot of fun. Jugglers, acrobats, contortionists, plate spinning, sword swallowing, brain twisters, and other risk-taking feats. It'll be all set to live music, which would be really cool, and that'll just really create something fun for the family. And to see something like this in that horseshoe-shaped theater, 530 seats, you really have a good seat. Sometimes when you go to circus acts that are at a bigger auditorium, maybe in Denver or other cities, you're far away. This, you're pretty close up. Who knows? Maybe you'll get called up on stage to do something fun. I gotta ask you real quick, how was Piff the Magic Dragon? I know you went to that.
Amazing. It was so impressive. I don't know how he does it. He is a true magician. He was hilarious too, and I got to see Mr. Piffles live, and I actually went up on stage for one of his final acts. Yes, I can't say enough good things about Piff the Magic Dragon.
Okay, awesome. Well, it just goes to show the variety of entertainment that we have coming to the Valar. So many cool things about that. So, don't hesitate. Get your tickets. As we can see, a lot of things sell out. So I think Our Planet live in concert is a no-brainer. Just get your tickets for this. Starts at 6:30. It is a rather long show. So I want people to know that it's basically 2 hours. David Attenborough is going to be co-narrating with William Shatner. Of course, the music from Stephen Price, who we just interviewed, and just going to be a great 18-piece orchestra on stage. So it's going to be a good show tonight. So help celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Valar Performing Arts Center by heading to this show. Hey, we're going to take it to a break. We've got more coming up on Vail Valley Live. It's almost time for the Talents Challenge, and that is skiing 14 of the most difficult black diamond and double black diamond runs at Beaver Creek. Here to tell us more, we have Rachel Vitsky, and she is with Beaver Creek. And Rachel, this has been going on for a couple of decades now, and long time.
Long time. Lots of pride at stake for all of our challenge participants. 26,000 vertical feet is not something you do often. And all 14 black and double black diamond runs on Larkspur, Grouse Mountain, and Birds of Prey lifts. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be hopefully just this sunny. We're excited.
Well, you know what? I think there's some snow in the forecast, so those bumps may be a little bit more forgiving, but this terrain, this is some of the steepest in Eagle County.
Yes, some of the steepest in Eagle County. Opportunity to ski the Birds of Prey World Cup race course, things like Golden Eagle, the steepest terrain on our mountain. Tons of challenges for everyone.
Okay, so Saturday and Sunday, what we're talking about, sounds like Saturday is already sold out. This is a very popular event, and you can do it on your skis, you can do it on your snowboard, your telemark skis. Some people do it twice.
Yes, so Saturday or Sunday, or choose both. Right now, Sunday is the only thing we have availability for. We've got wait lists for the other days, but yeah, if you are looking for a spot, sign up quickly. And if not, there's still plenty to do and experience and have fun with. We've got a village party that's new this year, after party in the village, music, fun. Our award ceremonies will be in the village this year, so definitely going to be an exciting time, even if you aren't participating in the full challenge.
Okay, and they want to remind you to bring your phones this year, because that's how they're going to track. You're going to have a QR code to track all 14.
Yes, so we have a new app this year to track the completion of all 14 runs, so you're definitely going to want to bring your phone. We'll have chargers up at Talon's restaurant, of course, but a little battery pack never hurts either. But yes, your phone is your ticket for this event. Definitely don't forget that.
Okay, and when you complete this challenge, of course you got the bragging rights, but a few coveted items. I know that Talents Challenge patch.
Yes, absolutely. Also new this year, so you'll pick up your swag bag before the event and do your registration then. And then afterwards, after you can show you've completed all 14 runs, you'll come back and get your backpack and your patch and those coveted really fancy swag items. So definitely gonna wanna make sure you plan for that.
Yeah, Helly Hansen presenting this whole event, so that's gonna be a nice backpack for everybody too.
Absolutely. Big thank you to Helly Hansen presenting the event, as well as our music sponsor, Michelob Ultra, and then supporting sponsors Gatorade and Nature Valley.
Okay, all right, it's gonna fuel you up with a little bit of food and drink and everything. And then speaking of food and drink, we do have a meal for you up at Talons, and a drink to go with that.
Absolutely. Great lunch out at the Talons deck, our outdoor kitchen out there. So you'll have lunch there and then come back down into the village once you're done for that after party.
Okay, and then the after party, like we mentioned, it's going to be here in the village. So Sunday, that's going to be your ticket to get out there. Go to beavercreek.com. It's one of your signature events.
Exactly.
It'll bring you to the Eventbrite page. Get set up and get ready for this challenge this weekend. This weather and mountain report brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedic and Neurosurgery, keeping you active. And we're going to keep you active by getting you out there today. Get moving out there today, because it's a little chilly this morning, and we're not going to really get into much high above the 20s. And I want to say hi to Dave Hale. He was chiming in from Orlando, Florida. He said, looks a little bit more than chilly. He was chatting in on our YouTube page. But he said that 89 degrees out there today in Florida. So you're a little more comfortable than we are. For Meredith, she had to be standing out there. But here's what we can expect for today. So we are going to see the sunshine this morning. Oh, we did get 6 inches of new snow in the last 24 hours at Vail, 4 over at the Beeve. Temperature-wise, it's going to be cool this morning. We're going to see chilly temperatures by the time the lifts open, and then they won't get into the upper digits until later on this afternoon. So kind of that cold front moved through and brought those cooler temperatures with it. Now later on, the clouds could form, and we have a slight chance of some snow. maybe about 20%, building to about 60% as we go into the evening. We're going to have that wind today as well, 15 to 25 miles per hour this afternoon, gusting as much as 30 miles per hour. And then not a lot of accumulation out of this, maybe 1 inch possible throughout today. Now, tomorrow we could see, or tonight, a little bit more snow, mainly after 2 a.m. And then Friday, some snow showers, mainly before noon. And then just patchy blowing snow between 1 and 3. Temperature rises a little bit for tomorrow into the upper 30s. And then by Saturday, we're moving the clouds out and we're going to have some sunshine. It's going to feel like springtime on Saturday with highs in the 40s. And we won't see the wind. Wind will only be out of the southwest 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then for Sunday, we'll start out with some sunshine. And then we have a chance of snow showers later on your Sunday. So it looks like we should have a pretty good forecast for the Talents Challenge. So about 1 inch over at Beaver Creek out of this in the next 24 hours, 3 to 2 inches for Beaver Creek and Vail on your Friday. Then on Saturday, no snow to worry about. And then the next big chance of storms, we could get another half foot at Beaver Creek like we did today, or like we did a couple days ago. 6 inches at the Beeve and 4 over at Vail next Wednesday, March 1st. So that's a look at your weather, brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active. So get out there and enjoy it today, especially with the sunshine. It's going to make it feel a little bit warmer, which is good. And then those clouds will probably start building by the afternoon. Now, we did surpass the 250 mark. We are at 254 inches. Season to date at Vail, we're at 234 at Beaver Creek. We have a 70-inch base at Vail and a 41-inch base at Beaver Creek. And pay attention to the crawl that's running at the bottom of the screen. That's going to let you know what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. So find your favorite groomers. I think today is going to be a big groomer day for maybe more for Beaver Creek since they received 4 inches of new snow. Vail received 6. You know, I'd love to see what the lift line looks like over at Gondola 1 right now. I bet you a lot of people are trying to get after that, trying to get a little fresh snow. It's been a little while since we've had some big powder days. But let's bring in Meredith, who has been roaming around Beaver Creek, and find out what she's experiencing, what she's seeing out there this morning. How's it going? I see, all that fresh new snow. Looks really pretty out there.
It really is so peaceful. It's almost the color of my jacket, so I'm kind of matching the. We really have some nice misty blue skies. It's a really calm start to the day. There's definitely some guests enjoying some breakfast. I'm popping into all the warm places and getting the vibe. And so I was in Remedy earlier, which is a really awesome ice cream shop / they serve crepes and sandwiches. So some people were enjoying some breakfast sandwiches there, and then some people are enjoying some nice breakfast in the Park Hyatt, which is where I'm located right now, which is super ideal also because they kind of have their own lift like the Grand Hyatt Vail. And they have a gondola that's called Haymaker right here. And this is perfect for beginners because this is just going to bring you up. And it's nice beginning terrain, and you know there's a really special spot at the top of Haymaker, huh?
Well, is that the ice cream place?
Yes.
Yes, I
the
know.
Ice cream parlor. So.
Yeah, you know what? That's such a good incentive to tell the kids, like, hey, if you ski like 3 more runs, we'll take you to the ice cream parlor. You know, that or the candy cabin. That's the other place to like bribe your kids to just ride a few more runs.
Yes, because you'll burn off the sugar. You know, the sugar does well with skiing and staying active, staying energized. But everyone's getting ready. I can see there definitely is a line over at our other gondola, we could call it.
Oh, yes.
The Centennial Lift, which is the gondola and chair. So before we close out the show, I'll make my way over there. But it is a slight powder day. I mean, half a foot over at Vail, 4 inches here at the Beef. So it should be nice and soft. And I know people who like that powder, especially going into the trees, they're lining up to get that fresh powder today. So
yeah, awesome.
It's a great day to be here in Beaver Creek or Vail.
Okay, and you know what? Right where you're at, you know, the Grand Hyatt, I mean, the Park Hyatt, we're at the Grand Hyatt here in the West Vale, but you're at the Park Hyatt Beaver Creek. They did that remodel with that huge pergola, and then I don't know if you could see, they've got big screen TVs in there. They've got all those fire pits now. So what's kind of neat is they've made it a little more where it's almost kind of like a multi-season, you know, even at night, you can go out there and maybe grab a cocktail from the bar. They've got one called Strawberry Park. They've got like I think a blackberry bramble. They've got some fun things in there, and this is such a fun place to go for après ski. All the heater is there as well, and so it's just a really great place to check out if you're looking for breakfast, lunch, après, and dinner. And their breakfast, they've got everything if you want to have kind of more of a brunch style and leisurely start your day, or if you want to get after that, you know, they've got a lot of like healthy snacks, you know, just some great, you know, oatmeals. They've got a lot of cereals. They've got yogurt parfaits, all that if you're interested in getting your day started there for breakfast.
Definitely. We did our pre-show drinks here before the Velar. We got some wine, and we actually got some vegetable sides. We got asparagus and spinach, and it was so good. We were just kind of feeling the healthy choice, and it was delicious. So, yeah, good for any meal, any time of the day.
Yeah, perfect. So that's over at the Park Hyatt in Beaver Creek. Hey, we're going to go to a quick break. We're going to come back and give you a few more details on some other things going on for your vacation. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
We're going to give you one last look at the weather before we send you on your way. We've got sunshine out there right now, a few clouds too, and Meredith was just out there saying that it kind of looks kind of slate gray, but we're going to see a little bit overcast, maybe some sun popping out here and there, the wind continuing, maybe gusting up to 30 miles per hour for you today, and our temperatures not reaching much above the 20-degree mark, so a bit cooler than what it's been the last couple of days. And then overnight lows in the single digits, so we'll bundle up before you go out there today. But we got 4 inches of new snow at the Beeve, 6 inches over at Vail, so you're going to want to enjoy that. A half a foot of new snow over at Vail, bringing our total to 254 season to date at Vail and 234 season to date at Beaver Creek. And then the forecast, we're going to see things still remain pretty overcast and cloudy, warming up a little bit into the upper 20s. And then by Saturday, wow, look at that, 42 degrees, sunny skies. This is going to be a really wonderful day. It'll feel like springtime out there. And then by Sunday into Monday, we have another chance of snow coming our way. And by Wednesday, we could see maybe more accumulation. The first day of March, seeing a little bit more snow midweek. So that's a quick look at your weather, brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail. Stop by if you want to go to the Gessner restaurant. We got the Fireside Lounge. They've got the Top Golf Swing Suites, which are so amazing. That's something fun to do after the slopes close. You can just rent those with your group. You can fit quite a few people in there. They have bar service and food service. You can have dinner and all your snacks right there. And besides golf, you can also play all sorts of games like, you know, football and hockey. And then they have the zombie dodgeball. It really is a lot of fun. So consider that if you're looking for something to do, you know, throughout the evening, or maybe even taking a break from something skiing during the day. And let's bring in Meredith right now and talk a little bit about a few things going on. If you're not skiing today, hey, really, there's a lot of other things that you can do too. We've got some guided tours that are going to help you understand just the history of Vail Village, especially with our 60th anniversary. And Meredith, we have the Walking History Tour. This is every Tuesday and Thursday. You meet at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. And it's just a $10 donation, so worth it. And those guides, I just love going on these things because you grew up here, you're a lifer here. I moved here, but I still love learning the history, and you learn something new each time.
Oh yeah, you can't keep up with the history. There's so many little tidbits and, tales that are passed through the grapevine. So this is really cool to learn some facts, and then you're the one walking around knowing the fun facts and sharing it with your friends.
Yeah.
I always love sharing fun. So it's a great time to just learn a bit more and just walk with a group that maybe you wouldn't have thought to meet and vibe with.
Exactly, and it starts at 11, goes for about an hour, sometimes a little bit longer if there's a lot of questions and everything, but just really easy to do, a fun thing to do, to take a break, and especially this season, it's Vail's 60th anniversary, and kind of to pay homage to that, and we do this, pretty much every year, but we're paying homage to the 10th Mountain Division this weekend with Vail Legacy Days. And they used to bring in a lot of those veterans by the bus loads, then it became the van loads, and then the car loads. But as years and years go by, there's less and less of those original 10th Mountain Division folks left who fought in the battles of World War II. And they're going to commemorate that with a ski down on Reba Ridge on Saturday with current members of the 10th Mountain Division. And then on Sunday, the Black Hawk helicopter is going to land at Tier 2. And do you remember last year when Cameron went up there and took that video?
Yes. So cool. I mean, just to see an old-fashioned helicopter like that and landing on the mountain, and it causes a lot of wind, but that is just so cool and unexpected, especially the people that don't know what's going to be happening. They're gonna know.
Oh yeah, and this isn't an old-fashioned. I mean, this is like a state-of-the-art Black Hawk helicopter, and they're gonna land it, and then you can actually go in and take a look. You can take your picture with it, and they're gonna rope off quite a big area, kind of just to the west of Tier 2, Avanti Express, because it's flat enough, and so they could land it there. I mean, the propellers on this are just huge. So that'll be on Sunday around noon, and then Sunday night we have the parade, the Torchlight Ski Down parade, the procession down Bridge Street to the 10th Mountain Division statue. Colorado Snow Sports Museum will stay open late until 8 p.m. that night. And before that, they're going to do a pre-parade discussion with Flint Whitlock, who's a historian of the 10th Mountain Division. So that'll be a good little talk to go to at the Snow Sports Museum before that parade starts at 6.
Definitely. And speaking of Torchlight Ski Downs, it is Thursday, so that means Thursday Night Lights up here at the B. And I'm sitting right in kind of where it happens. You'll go up the Haymaker gondola, and this is such a cool thing for families to do, whether you're staying in Beaver Creek or Vail. Nice time to get up here, Beaver Creek, see some fireworks, see the ski down, and you have a chance to also do the ski down. It's your only opportunity for night skiing in the valley, so really cool.
Yeah, that is such a fun thing to do. The kids love it. Adults, it's fun to do it as well. And they give you the glow sticks, and it's really fun to watch. Maybe right down from the Park Hyatt or in front of Powder 8 Kitchen and Tap, even over at the Chop House. If you have dinner reservations and you hear the big boom, you're like, what's going on out there? That's the fireworks. So maybe time your dinner accordingly. If you're going to I have people that they literally plan their vacation, so they're here on a Thursday night, so they can actually do this with their kids.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing that happens weekly. So it's a good chance that it'll fit into your vacation. But hopefully you're fitting in skiing into your vacation too. I've been seeing a lot of newbies, I'll say, in the past weekend that we saw, President's Day weekend, which is a big holiday for families to come out, try skiing. So Beaver Creek's a really good mountain to do so, and especially if you're a beginner, a lot of good, nice beginning terrain here. You can see behind me just a couple turns so far.
Wow.
People are skiing down, the lifts are open. The conditions look so nice. It just looks
Oh.
so soft. You can kind of see the corduroy just under
Yeah?
the light snow we have here.
Oh, wow. It's
So
like
they're
kind of like soft serve
gorgeous.
ice cream. You're just going through
Yes.
it like butter. Oh, awesome. Okay, well, it looks like people are on their way. We've already got the first crew up, 8:37. All right, it's time for us to say goodbye, Meredith. Thanks so much for your reporting today, and a great interview with Ross. Fun to get a perspective on what the Talents Challenge is like, and then we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we will be back here at 7:30.